Hello and happy Easter. I'm here today to basically go over my vlog, my weekend of what I've done. I spent most of the weekend preparing to give one of our god babies her belated birthday gifts. Her birthday's last week. And I mentioned that I would kind of highlight some of the ways that I craft in order to create birthday packages, birthday gifts, or just any occasion packages. What I do, I use a lot of stickers. I use accessories from all of this is from Michaels, and it's simple. You don't have to use things for the purpose in which they were made. You can use stickers to bling out whatever. And she loves Frozen like a lot of children do these days. So I got a few different sticker sets and put this together for the outside of her main gift bag. And I have to say, though, that castle came from a sticker set that had nothing to do with Frozen. It's Spain, in particular, Madrid-themed sticker set. So that's a little highlight of how I spent my Friday night putting this together for her. And I have the butterfly. Now you guys see why I really want to lose weight. That's me in all my glory. Reading at the coffee shop. I didn't get to stay there for long, though. I was just needing a moment to myself, a moment to think, a moment to write, to journal, and to reflect. I was having a very bad start of the day yesterday, Saturday morning, and just really wanted to reconnect with myself for a moment before I had to continue on with different chores and things. So I thought I would include that as part of the vlog, since that is part of what I was doing yesterday. And whenever you're feeling whatever you're feeling, it's great to write down what your feelings are. It's great to express yourself, and it allows you to get past some of the more challenging or difficult moments in your life. I've been journaling since I was about 11 and a half, and I recommend that everyone does it. I've got the God Baby journaling now, and she's been doing it probably a couple of years at least. So since she was 8. And it's just critical that you do that. It helps you in so many different ways. If you aren't doing it, do it. It allows you to see where you need to grow. It allows you to see fun times that you've had and reread those when you're down and get yourself in a better place. It can be therapeutic. It can be historical, showing you what happened in certain years. So journal your thoughts. Write them down. Keep yourself accountable to yourself. Lovely wooden table at the coffee shop.
Well, so much for that. I thought I could at least get maybe an hour to myself. It's not gonna happen. I'm just really antsy and frustrated today, and I don't know what to do about it. Hold on. I'm gonna try something different. I gotta do a little bit of driving, so I'm gonna try recording from right here and see what kind of angle that gives me. If the angle's not good, I won't use the video. It's the day before Easter. I'm very thankful for God giving us his son, Jesus. That's my interpretation of why we celebrate Easter. Without this sacrifice, without having the choice to choose to believe in the Lord and to choose salvation, I don't know where I would be. Right now, I am very up and down in my emotions, and a lot of it is because I am in perimenopause. I hate it. I hate it. It's not like I can choose to skip it, because all of us, if we live long enough, are going to have some kind of a pause. Men have andropause. Women have menopause.
And there's a preliminary to both. And the preliminary is called peri, in front of the pause. Periandropause, perimenopause. And if you are young, watching this video, you need to learn about this now, because if you're blessed to live beyond the age of 35-ish, you will start encountering subtle changes, and the changes get more pronounced until you go through the actual andropause if you're a man, or menopause if you're a woman. No one really discusses this. I did see a commercial selling some kind of a product talking about the second talk. You know, the first talk is about how your body changes in puberty and babies are created. And I'm going to say it like that in case there's anyone who happens upon this video without parental supervision and they are a minor. I do not want to be responsible for telling people the facts of life. You know, I don't have children, but if I did, I would start telling them as soon as possible. My mother told me at 8 years old, okay? And it's a good thing she did, because not too long after that discussion, I started having my monthly gift. So at 8 years old, at like 8.5, I started having that lovely little gift. And if that had happened and I didn't know what was happening to my body, I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have been screaming and thinking I was dying. But I knew, and we were prepared, because my mother had what I needed to take care of that on hand, since she too was at the age of having that every month. Look at this person. Having that every month. I mean, these people are not stopping. They're not yielding. I wish I could flip this camera around so you could see what I'm seeing. Where was I? Oh, so she had that on hand. I wasn't overly developed at 8.5, but I had the signs, I guess, when I look back on it. I had a little bit of hair on my legs, and, you know, a little bit of aroma under the armpits, and, you know, had to take care of that, and intense sweat going on, and things of that nature. So my mother went ahead and talked to me. Plus, my mother had some health issues and, you know, was being told that she might not make it. So I think she just wanted to make sure that the talk came from her in case she wasn't around. And I'm very grateful that she had that talk with me. There's a second talk that my mother has had. Oh, and that talk continued throughout my childhood and a lot of my lifetime. We have talked about, you know, that life. And I'm very fortunate and blessed that I have a mom who doesn't mind talking about that. Now, does she know all into my history? No. Far as she is concerned, nothing has ever happened over here, you know, and not that a whole lot has, but, you know, she doesn't need to know. Let's just put it like that. Some stuff I feel like is your personal business. However, I feel pretty comfortable in talking to her about things. I just don't get into my own personal. For some strange reason with my grandmother, her mother, I would. And I don't know if it was because she moved in the house with us. She moved in my parents' house when I was 11 years old, going on 12. And so a lot of my pubescent times were spent with her. Well, not prepubescent, let me rephrase, because I was already in puberty, but like pre-adolescent times were spent with my grandma. So we talked about everything from dating and how
I was being treated by boys once I was of dating age to whatever. And I felt more comfortable telling her personal details of things. Hold on. So now, taking the vent clip off. See, vent clip. So now, I'm going through perimenopause. My grandmother's no longer living. She's been gone about 13 years now. And my mother started when I was in my late 20s talking to me about it because she was experiencing this. I mean, we're only 22 and a half years apart. So she was experiencing this, and she was telling me different symptoms she was having, and I was always jokingly saying, oh, by the time I go through that, they will have a pill. They will solve that problem, and I will not be having these symptoms that you have, like hot flashes and mood swings and so forth and so on. I won't have that because they would have had a pill to perfect everything. My generation is going to be the generation to do it. Well, no pill has been invented. People don't really care about women's issues. And the older you get, the less they care. This is what I'm finding. And so, long story short, this morning, well, I'll backtrack. This past week, I have been really sick. I have had my monthly situation going, and it has created extensive allergy symptoms because I have allergies, pain in my extremities, my legs from the hip all the way down to my foot, both legs killing me. Like just walking, I just wanted to die like all week. My arm, my right arm in particular, just hurting. So last night I came in, something minute was going on, but it was too much for me. So I decided that I wasn't going to take any kind of medications for any of my symptoms, but that I was simply going to go to bed early. And I turned on Pandora, listened to my Stromae channel. So it had like dance music, you know, some house, stuff like that. Nothing necessarily soothing, but next thing I knew, the pain was going out of my legs. My arm wasn't hurting as much, and I just went to sleep early and slept for a very long time. I probably slept a total of 12 hours altogether because I woke up this morning and felt rested, but I felt depressed. Like just thinking about my life and, you know, what I'm going through and wishing I were married because maybe I would have a mate who would at least try to empathize. I know the opposite sexes don't know what's going on in each other's bodies, really. But, you know, someone who might try to empathize might be there for me. And, you know, I was just feeling upset, okay? It's not easy to do multi-generational living with your family. And so I'm back doing that again. And this time has been kind of rough. And I keep saying I'm going to do a video about that. I'm going to do a video about it. But that's not easy, okay? Then I'm going through all this with my body and my emotions. And I feel like I have a lot piled on me because I'm trying to get my own life together. And then at times I'm doing things for my parents, whom I love and adore, but at times I am having to do things for them. And it's just rough, you know, people pull you in opposite directions. You know, I have more than just, even though I don't have my own spouse and children, I have other people in my life who have expectations of me, be it at work, at the house, whatever. And I'm starting to feel pulled apart. And it just kind of got to me this morning. You know, at points I was tearful. At points I felt kind of numb. And then I feel tearful again. And then tearing up, crying, I was making myself hot. And then after, the heat flash went away, then I was freezing. And it's like, it would be nice if there was someone like, to hold me. I hold him and we talk about it. But I don't have that. So instead of focusing on what I don't have, I'm striving and trying my best to focus on what I do have. And what I do have are people in my life that I don't want to ever see go. But, it's life. And at some point, either I'm going to go first or they're going to go first. So I have that. And I have the God babies who are both 10 now. And so I'm on my way to go inside Barnes & Noble to pick up one more item for one of them whose birthday was like a week ago. And we're going to give that child the birthday stuff that we have. And so that's pretty much my Easter in a nutshell. Tomorrow, I guess we're going to church as a family. I really had planned to visit another church, but whatever. And dinner. And that's it. Monday, I'll go to work. I think part of what does it too is I never have any concrete plans. Today, for just an hour, though, I wanted to stop at that coffee shop I go to and journal. Like, I had the journal. I'd started to write, and you'll see that because I think I show like a paragraph for the vlog. And started to do that and couldn't because I got interrupted. I got a phone call, and I had to leave so I could run this errand and another one. So that's my life. That's my life. And they say life is what you make of it, but I got to do a much better job because I don't want to wake up depressed like that. It occasionally happens to people, but I don't want it to be consistent and constant. I don't want it to be like that. So I don't know what else to do. It is what it is. Never thought I'd make this kind of video. I wanted to make videos about advice and fun and, showing my music and stuff, but the channel is taking on a mind of its own. I guess the one piece of advice I'd have is this. If you are young watching this and you're a woman and you want to have a full life, meaning lots of great experiences, adventure, family, children, and so forth, do it all. Do every last bit of it. Travel, it's a lot going on in the world right now with terrorism, and I would never want anyone to fall victim to that. And right now I'm thinking about the people in Belgium and been thinking about the people in Paris and even the United States where I live. We never know where that's going to strike. But if we never live our lives to the fullest, the terrorists win. So do some stuff you want to do. If you want to travel abroad, do it. If you want to be a missionary, do it. If you want to study abroad, do that. Open up your world to unique possibilities and don't listen to anyone who's trying to pull you back and keep you from that. Don't, because they're just upset that they didn't do it early enough in their lives. Okay. So go out, enjoy yourself, do all the stuff that that sounds stupid as all get out. Okay. Do it anyway. Have your family. If you're a woman who wants kids, have them. If you want them the good old fashioned way, have them. Okay? I know that there are a lot of good men and a lot of good women that are not finding each other for whatever reason. If you fall into that category of being a single woman and you don't have kids and you want them, do something. Either adopt, either freeze your eggs so that you can carry them yourself later or have a surrogate. Do something so that you can have children, because you do not want to be like me. I'm 45, and if I carried a baby right now, it would be so dangerous for me and my child that the risk is worth it. But if I had someone, if I had a husband, I don't know that I would take that risk, because it is so risky. I'd want to give my baby the best possible chance. Okay? So, do that. If you want to get married, okay, do not put up with crap from anybody, and do not date. I'm going to quote Rory Ray on this. Rory Ray is an expert specialist on relationships, okay? Google her. To me, there are lots of relationship people I've listened to over the years, but to me, this one thing I'm about to share that she says, and I'm not taking anything away from her, but I'll just give this one sentence. Do not date one man at a time. You have your youth, you have things you want to do, and you need to accomplish one dream for yourself, and that is having a man who loves and respects you just beyond measure, okay? So until you find that man, don't settle. Don't. Steve Harvey even says this. Steve Harvey and Roy Ray say this. Don't be a girlfriend. Don't. I think Steve Harvey puts it, once you're past a certain age, you can't be a girlfriend. And they are right. The girlfriend thing is a trap. It's a mistake. We all make it. We stay in relationships far too long that are not going anywhere. Okay? After, I'd say a good 6 months, if the man is serious about you, you'll know it. In fact, if he really likes you, he will state that because he doesn't want to risk you going anywhere. Same thing with jobs. Same thing with churches where you're active. Same thing with anything. If people really value you, they will let you know, and they will show it so that you don't go, because they want you around. Don't put up with crap from anyone. That's the one thing perimenopause has taught me. I don't put up with crap. So that's my advice for right now. I got to go in and do this errand. I'll see you soon.
In closing, I wanted to share more highlights of the things I did for the God Baby and close-ups of how it turned out. Those bags aren't completely how it turned out, but it gives you an idea. And the little frozen scene. Life is so short. Do some things that you want to do, even if it's for other people. And give the children a chance to have a more fulfilled and enriched life. That's just what I believe. And I still do my weekly schedule and crafting in that way. And I stopped at Zupa's. Yum yum. Lucky to get this shot of the birds taking off after playing in these flower petals. So blessed. I love this ominous sunset. And I saw this walking out of Michael's, seeing tourists taking photos. Rest in peace to Fife Dog of A Tribe Called Quest. We miss you.